And we are online. Welcome to our hangout today. My name is Thomas, and I'm one of the internet marketing freaks. And we are doing a great hangout today. And we actually have a visitor here today. And I'll try to be a little polite and visit our guest first, or introduce our guest first. So, Teresa, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
That's cool. Great you're here again. This is the second time we have you on the panel here, so it's great to have you. And I believe we have John with us here from Boston too. How are you doing today, John?
I'm doing also well. Thanks, Thomas. Doing good.
Yep. And John, you don't have the video on today, but you will be with us if just hear your radio voice here. That's going to be awesome. So, and then we have Gail with us too. So how are you doing today, Gail?
Fabulous. Hi, kids, and hi out there in, I guess, internet land.
Yeah. All right. Great you're here, everybody, and we're going to talk about the clarity statement today. It's a part of our training that we have in a product called 15K, and that's what we are working on at the moment to be more focused and more clear about our clarity, and make a statement that you can kind of read out loud several times a day, if whatever you feel like. But it's probably something that's good that you read out loud for yourself, like several times a day, to kind of program your subconscious mind to really be focused and on your bigger goal or vision, your statement that what you want to do with your business, with your life, and that's what we're going to talk about today. And I think maybe, Gail, you have a little example of a statement. Maybe you want to read it out, or you want to talk about how you made it and give some good advice on it.
Oh, sure. It's kind of a lot to read without a little bit of an introduction. And like you mentioned, Thomas, we have one of our modules in our training in our company is called the 15K formula. Basically what that means is if you follow everything in the training, it is possible, very possible, to make a minimal amount of 15K a month. Now, we always have our income disclaimer, because the people on this panel, we are a little bit unique, and that's why sometimes we're called the internet marketing freaks, because we work a little harder than other people, we stay up a little later than other people, we talk to each other from all over the world at all crazy hours, and we're really determined to make a minimum of 15K a month. Some people are making more than that, some people are making less than that, but we do have an income disclosure that's very important that we talk about. But that being said, one of the first modules in our 15K is called Clear Intentions, or Clear Intentions for Your Income. And without the clear intentions of what you really want, it's very difficult to really get anything, because you're going to be all over the board. You're going to be, I always say, like a cork bobbing in the ocean. If you don't have a direction, if you don't have like a rudder or a steering wheel. And what this, having a clear intention really gives you a steering wheel to be able to, get you to where you want to go. So the instructions, which when I read this over again, because I've been in our business a little while now, and when I reread it, I thought, oh boy, because it says there's two types of people that are going to listen to this training. And the first one is people who listen and follow the instructions and take action when told to take action, and they'll perform all of the steps that they're given, and they're the ones who will achieve the outcome they desire. The second one is that there's going to be those who don't follow all the steps and assignments and will only get minimal results or none at all. Unfortunately, I have to admit I was number 2, because I was so anxious to learn what I thought was going to be the answer for me, which was, doing videos and doing blogging, and how do I get this and how do I do this, and so I'm doing all kinds of crazy things without a clarity. So I was learning, but nothing was, coming together. Nothing was making sense, and I just had to keep getting more and more learning. So the clarity statement really is one of your foundational tools. And I don't know if I'm talking too much, but it's very important, no matter what you do in life, to know why you want it and how you're going to get it, and really by when. Give yourself some real by whens, because this way you are always, your mind is your rudder. Your mind is what's getting you to your goal. And I always like to say, is what I'm doing right now getting me to my goal? That helps me a lot. If I'm wasting my time maybe with somebody who is wasting my time, I'll always have to say those little words, is what I'm doing right now getting me to my goal. So that being said, I think a couple of us might have some clarity statements done, and even I don't even know, I'm sure Teresa probably has something similar because she's been online for a while. I'm pretty sure John has a day, like this perfect day, which is almost what the sample we have from our mentor Dave Wood, because his clarity statement really is very descriptive, so he can picture himself. He's kind of talking about his screen and seeing the amount of money and the by when, and how he lifts his eyes up and he felt powerful, and he's really got some really great words in there. I just followed along with the Napoleon Hill purpose statement, and I just filled in the blanks so that I could use that format. So does anybody want to add anything so far?
No, I think it's really great.
Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead, Thomas.
What are you saying, John?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think it's awesome what Gail just shared with us, and I think she should just go on and maybe read out that statement, because it's not that long a statement, so it's pretty right to the point, and you can make this statement in different ways, so it's not really one or not, or only one way to do it. So Gail, if you could give us a little example of how we can make a statement.
Sure. The one by Napoleon Hill, and I can do David Woods because I really like his too. But Napoleon Hill says, and I just filled in the blanks. By the first day, and actually we could actually tell them where to find that at the end of the video. Okay, Thomas. So by the end of by the first day of October 2014, so not too far away, I will have in my possession $50K. Which will come to me in various amounts from time to time during the interim. In return for this money, I will give the most efficient service I am capable, rendering the fullest possible quantity and the best possible quality of service in the capacity of a coach, speaker, building self-development and social media skills. I believe that I will have this money in my possession. My faith is so strong that I can now see this money before my eyes. I can touch it with my hands. It is now awaiting transfer to me at the time and in the proportion that I deliver the service I intend to render in return for it. I am awaiting a plan by which to accumulate this money, and I will follow that plan when it is received. And basically that's all that is, but it kind of goes back to Zig Ziglar, if I help enough people get what they want, then I'll get what I want, that kind of thing. Anyway, David Woods, let me read David Woods, who is our mentor and a very rich man. He doesn't do anything, by the way, without any clear intention. He doesn't make a video without a clear intention. He doesn't have a class without a clear intention. He doesn't get in front of an audience without a clear intention. I mean, I don't think he gets up and in the morning without having a clear intention for his day. So that's how important these things are. But David says, I'm sitting at my desk in the mountains of, at this point he was in Port Salon in my home in Costa Rica. The date is February 1st, 2013, and I've just logged into the admin area of EmpowerNetwork.com, staring at my affiliate earnings from January 1st, 2013 to January 31st, 2013. As I refresh the screen, I see in the month of January as an affiliate I've earned $553,000. I laugh softly as I do see a black crow fly by. I feel the tropical wind brushing by my face, and I lift my eyes up, feeling powerful. As I stare at the sunny crystal blue ocean and the horizon, I think back over the last 3 months. I cannot believe how easy it was to earn $553,000 in 1 month. Now, just to reward myself, I'm paying for the property in Costa Rica just south of my home, 168,000 acres, with cash to build my dream home. And he says, don't read ahead to anything else. Don't read ahead to any other training until you get this exercise and you take it seriously. So that was the other thing I didn't do right. Because, of course, I went ahead. You know, I didn't even read that. I mean, I probably read it, but I didn't realize that I read it because I was so anxious to get ahead. Bad move. So, you know, really listen to the people that have gone before us and have made it work, right? Anyway, so that's what I have so far.
Thank you very much, Gail, and I can relate to you, Gail. I've kind of done the same going through this, and definitely been too busy to just get on to the next step. And I've not really been good at having this my statement like in front of me every day and read it out loud, because what you're actually doing with this statement, if what I understand from it, is you kind of program yourself to actually move in the direction of your statement to make that happen in your life. And I believe it's really important and really powerful if you take it serious and really have an intention in everything you do in your life. That will make a big difference, and that's a missing piece for me too, and that's what I'm going to be working on from this day on to keep reading out my statement every day, or make it a video and just play it to myself several times a day, just to really focus on it. And it's kind of like you program yourself to get focused on your strategy and stay on that and move in the right direction. So it makes sense, and I agree with you, Gail. I think that's been a missing piece for me. So good we're doing this hangout, and we can look after each other and support each other to keep doing from now on, take it more seriously. So I don't know about you, Teresa, you have something you want to add about it?
Sure, I just didn't want to interrupt. You know, having a clarity statement is really, really important, and everyone does one a different way. Like Gail, hers is very specific for a long-term outcome and a specific date. My understanding as to John's, his is like the perfect day. Recently, because I am actually under David Wood myself, I think we all are in some way, but I'm part of his all-in team, and he had us write out a statement of what our perfect day would be. You know, right down to, I can feel this. This is like mine was in the morning. You know, I get up out of you know, this bed, and I'm describing the bed and how the rug feels under your feet. I mean, you have to put that emotion out there to be able to visually touch and feel what you want, to the point where it's so real. It's like having a vivid dream, and it repeats and plays over and over in your mind, and you can connect with that with your emotions to say, oh my gosh, I'm there already. Because the mind is a very powerful thing. If you reach out in your mind and think, you know, I already have this, you know, you can envision it. Believe it or not, if anybody reads, you know, the law of attraction books or anything like that, and I'm not a law of attraction freak, you know, I understand that, but I do believe in it. I mean, whatever you put out there is what you get back. And having this clarity statement, whether you write it for the day or for, you know, long term by this date, it's very important. Without one, you're just wandering around in the dark without a flashlight, is basically a good analogy. I mean, you're going to get lost in the woods. And so, you know, however you do it, before you do anything else, make sure that you do write out that statement right down to every little detail where you feel like you're already there, it's already happening, and you know, you can feel the excitement in your body even, you know, from the emotion that it brings out. So.
Yeah, thanks, Teresa, and I agree with you, and that's actually something I learned not that long ago, that that, or start realizing that you really need to put some details in this statement, and the more detailed you can be, and maybe even coming into to describing what are you thinking about different things that are happening during the day, and how do you feel about it, and how, what who are you with, you know, if you go and have lunch, who are you eating lunch with, what are you talking about, what kind of feelings do you have about that lunch and what you're talking about, and really get specific and really get into the details, and like you said, to really like really get the emotion into it. That's really the key to really take this to a new level. And you can always rewrite your statement. You know, it's not like you have to make one and this has to stick with you for the rest of your life. You know, it's kind of a process that kind of follows your personal development. That maybe in a few months, you know, you're kind of in a different place in your life, and you want to make a new statement or make it more detailed, or you want to change some things in it. You know, I think it's what I'm definitely going to try to do myself is really maybe even make an attention that in 1 month or 3 months I have to go through it, like rewrite it, and see if something has changed in my life, in my business, that I want to change some things, because we should change, we should grow. That's kind of why we want to do our business online, and we want to be in the personal development, is to grow, to be the best version of ourselves. And so I think it's important to really realize that this statement is something that's in a process, something that we need to adjust and build it even stronger, and something that will be just something that a better vision, or pulling us in the right direction even stronger than it did before, you know. So that's really a powerful tool, and it's not something that will cost you anything. You just have to sit down and piece of paper or your computer and write it down, and really feel inside yourself and find out what is important for you at the moment, and really get clear. And it's kind of interesting what happens in your mind when you start doing in the process of actually writing it down. It's kind of like you're already changing, you know. You get more clear on where you want to go in life and where you want to go with your business. So I really it's really something that we all need to do it better than we probably have done so far, but also really recommend to other people, because it can really make a huge difference. So and I don't know, I can see John is muted here, so maybe he's John, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm right here, Thomas. Yep.
All right.
I wanted to make sure that I kept the noise at a minimum on my end. So,
but
I guess, Thomas, I think the only thing I really want to add on to this is because I kind of believe in taking things in smaller bites, really. Sometimes if you've never had any experience really writing down your goals and really being descriptive about it, sometimes to try to see 2, 3, 6 months or a year down the road just might be a little bit too far. For me, it made more sense to try to create things more like a perfect day, or maybe a perfect hour, or even maybe a perfect 5 minutes in the perfect day. Like maybe, hold on one second here, I've got a little bit of a technical problem. I'll be right back with you guys.
All right.
Okay, while John is taking this little break, when he comes back, well, let's ask him if he has his perfect day statement with him. Hopefully he does, and he can read that to us. But I wanted to just give the audience something to write down, and they can actually stop the video or play it again and again and again, so that they can write these down. Otherwise, we could have had a whiteboard or something. But first of all, they're telling us the income goal that we want should be 90 days. So we know how we have our we get together like every 90 days. It's kind of like we broke it into chunks, just like John said. But you have to have the goal that you want in 90 days. It doesn't have to be for a whole year. It can be for 90 days. I did mine for like 60, I think 60 days. But so, and why do you want that income amount? What purpose. So that's a question. It's all by itself. Why do you want that particular income amount? What purpose will it serve in your life? What is the reason to drive you to accomplish that income goal? So those are, 3 sentences. What evidence is there going to be in your life to show you that you've accomplished that outcome? What reward are you going to create for yourself when you reach your outcome? Every time you hit a goal, you celebrate. Where are you when you see the evidence that you have achieved your outcome? And then that's when he's saying, write out your outcome statement in present tense, in first person, and using all of your senses. And what that is really is almost affirmations or afformations. People say affirmations or afformations. And that would be in the present tense, it would be personal, and it would be positive. So a statement that you make that is a personal statement, present tense, and it's a positive statement. So anyway, I think that people should go over this video as many times as they can to write down those things, and then they can complete their statement by those little tips in there.
Yeah, that's great tip there, Gail. And of course, people can also contact one of us, and we can help you with getting all these questions right. Because it really makes a big difference, a big impact that you kind of make this right. Even that you can make your own version of your statement. But it's always good to have kind of a guide that will kind of that you know some questions that you at least are answering, and that will maybe help you in the beginning. Maybe later on you will make your own questions or make your own statement, because that's more better for you, So, but right. This is definitely a good start, and we can always help people with getting these questions. And I don't know, John, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I don't know how long I'll be here, but I kind of drift in and out. I'm having a problem with my shop computer here. But anyway, I just kind of want to quickly just finish up with that. Sometimes it's easier just to really break it down to something really simple. An example might be it's 11:05 in the morning, and I'm taking the dog out for a walk. It's a Tuesday morning. While everyone is at work, I'm out here enjoying the sunshine and watching the geese in the lake, and as I'm walking Fido around, for his morning walk. You know what I mean? Things like that. That if you can break things down sometimes smaller and just kind of expand upon it, I think it becomes a little bit easier to try to envision maybe the perfect day, and then the perfect month, and eventually even, the perfect life that you really look forward to. So I guess I'll just kind of turn it back to you, and I've enjoyed listening. I usually do a lot of talking on these things, so I'm kind of glad that I'm doing more listening than I am talking. So I'm going to mute out again. So.
Yeah, thank you very much, John, and it's great to have you here. And like it's a great example from John that you can do this in your own way, and again you can do it in one way now, and then you can change it down the road, and like we're talking about this again, and we're probably gonna do some training on this in this coming week, So maybe in the end of this week, we're all gonna rewrite our statement, because we're learning something this week from being around some of our friends online, and actually be having a boot camp or working really intense on this statement, So that's a powerful thing, to get around people who are doing the same as yourself, that you learn from each other. You hear other people's statement, and you're like, oh, I'm missing that part in my statement. That was really something that touches me, so I need to describe that, like the perfect day. I think a lot of people will probably make their statement like something that is in 90 days or something, but maybe a lot of people who do that, they never thought about that they could actually describe their perfect day. So when they hear John's story, they maybe get inspired to actually try to describe that perfect day, and and that can make a change for that person, you know. So you need to get out there and learn from as many people as possible. So that's why we also do this hangout, to kind of show different ways to do this. So that was great to have that in on the hangout too from John. So I don't know, Teresa, you have something final you want to add in?
Yeah, you know, you made a very good point there. In this business that we are in, the more personal development you change into someone, it transforms you into someone different. And so going back to rewriting our statement, yeah, we may need to rewrite our statement, because now we train ourselves to think bigger and on a higher level, which means that, you know, we expand our way of thinking. So we may have to go back and rewrite that, you know, 60 days later, after we've done some, you know, self-development and, you know, looked at a bigger picture than what we thought we could ever imagine. And so, you know, rewriting, it may be, you know, a necessity. Like John said, right now, you may be able to only write, you know, the first minute of that makes you feel happy. You know, I remember that moment when this happened and I was so excited I was gonna jump through the ceiling, you know, or whatever. Just small steps for some people are fine, because a lot of times in an internet business or online business, we don't commonly, the way society is, we don't have the ability to think beyond, you know, where am I going to be in 5 years? Because they're like, oh, that's not possible. Because most people are just worried about getting up in the morning and making it to work and getting home and starting the day over again, because they're in the 9-to-5 grind, you know. Whereas when we're in the personal development, you know, we can say, okay, I want to do this by, you know, we learn to set our goals. We learn to envision what we really want, and that's a skill that you acquire through our 15K formula, as well as, of course, many other, you know, internet marketing skills to take your business, no matter what it is, to the next level. But this happens to be just one of the modules that are covered. And I'm saying that because I do have some viewers today, so thank you for watching. But you're right, you know, our statement may change. And, you know, John's apparently, you know, the perfect day, but his perfect day may include some other things in the future. You know, just take small steps. If you have trouble envisioning, you know, 2-3 months down the road, one day at a time, and sometimes that's all some people can handle.
Yeah, thank you very much, Teresa. And maybe it would be important to actually enjoy that day that you are going to rewrite your statement and make it even a bigger one, a better one, because that will mean one thing: that you have grown, that you have changed, that you have taken your personal level to a new level, you know. So it's a good thing if you get, not if, but when you get to that point where you actually feel like your old statement is not really good enough anymore. You need to take it a little higher, you know, a little better, you know. And it's not always just about money. It can be a lot about your family or your health or all aspects in your life. You can make a statement about it and make that your goal, or what you want to drive for, what you want to achieve in the future, you know. So it's an ongoing work, you know. So it's fun. And it really makes you get to know yourself better, because when you start answering some of these questions, you maybe start thinking about something that you didn't even know that you had that kind of thinking or belief or feeling about what you want to do in the future, you know. And I think that's what a problem for a lot of people. We're just all over the place, and we hear somebody is successful with doing one thing, and then we jump and run that way. But it's not really healthy, because we really need to be calm and be focused and really run in the same direction for a longer time to really be successful. That's what successful people do. They really get clear, and they really stick with doing the same strategy for a longer time, and they just kind of block out all the noise and just know that inside themselves they have so much belief in themselves and in their statement that's just what they do all day. And that's what we want to teach everybody here on the internet, and I can see, Teresa, we have at least one view right now on a hangout. So I hope that your guest watching here, and I hope you enjoy it out there, and you get back to Teresa if you have any questions. I'm sure she will be happy to help you out. So I don't know, Gail, you have something final you want to finish off with? I think we have been I lost time, but I think we've been around half an hour now. So you
okay.
have.
Sure. I guess what I would say is the worst thing that happens to most people in our country right now is conformity, and conformity just means that you're kind of going with the crowd. And you forget, you get so much into your daily grind and your daily, time to make the donuts, that old commercial, that you forget to have your dreams, to have your goals, and that there's so much more out there for you. So don't get into that, conformist mindset. If there is something inside of you that's, talking to you, and, you want to start with that perfect day, that's a really simple, easy way to start with a clarity statement, is your perfect day, because anybody can imagine how they want their life to be, how they want their day to be. Imagine, take the girdle off your brain and imagine, I mean, that's what the closest thing we have, to the universe, I guess people politically correct would say, is our imagination. So use your imagination and create the perfect day, and don't conform to the rest of what the world and society is telling you you must conform to, to get your steady paycheck. You might need that right now, and you might always need that, but if there's a little person talking inside of you that says there must be something more, there's got to be something more, then listen to that and create your vision, create your perfect day. That's what I say.
Yeah, thank you very much, Gail, and yeah, I think we have covered what we can cover about this statement for today, and it's been really awesome. I actually learned something from today. I started thinking some stuff. I need to rewrite my statement, I think, and even make it a stronger on, and take it to a little higher level, and then I definitely need to read it out loud for myself several times a day. Or I'm actually had an idea here before we start the hangout that I'm gonna record it on a video, just have myself read it out loud to myself on a video, and that video I can have that on my computer or on my iPad or whatever, and I can play that video several times a day to myself. That something I want to try, because I think that will work really well for me. So you can do this in a lot of different ways, and there's no right or wrong. It's just you have to take action and do it, and play with it, and make it happen. That's probably one of the things that a lot of people also struggle with, is get the action and really do it, because that's that can be a little tough one. You have a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff you want to do, and then you kind of forget to program yourself with your core message, your statement that you want to be your reality in the future. So really important, and I think we will finish off for today. And thank you, Teresa, for being on here again on our hangout. It was great to have you here, and also
you guys are awesome.
Thank you very much, and it's great to have you here. You have a lot of value,
great to have you here. Yes.
And it's great, and also to Gail and John, and it's good to have you on here again today. And it was a great hangout. So and for you guys out there watching, if you have any questions, you contact us, and we will be happy to help you out. And we just hope that you enjoy it. And we had a lot of fun and learned a lot from this today. So I'm gonna get off. I have a fly here that is bugging me, so I need to finish off here and do some running or something, get away from the fly here. But that's what happens when you do hangouts. Crazy stuff happens, and you need to go out and do some crazy stuff, some fun stuff with your statement, and make it happen, make it be a part of your life. And we can be waving here for a few minutes here in the end now. But we have a lot of fun here, guys. So I hope you you enjoy watching it, and get back to one of us if you have any questions, and we'll be very happy to connect with you and see you maybe on Facebook. Look us up if you have any questions or you just want to hang out, and we'll be happy to meet you and connect with you. So guys, thanks for being on here today. It was awesome, and see you guys out there on the internet.
Bye, guys.
Take care. Bye now.